You may think you know what it means to be a Leo, bold, confident, and always ready to take the spotlight. But did you know that beneath their fierce exterior lies a side of them that's deeply sensitive, sometimes even hidden from those closest to them? There's so much more to this fire sign than what meets the eye, and understanding the secrets behind their personality can open up a whole new world of insight. Leos are often seen as natural-born leaders, the ones who stand out in any room they enter, commanding attention with their charisma and strength. Yet they also carry a quiet vulnerability that most people don't get to see. They're fiercely independent, but at times they need validation, affection, and reassurance, things they may not always ask for directly. And while they love to be admired, there's a surprising complexity in how they deal with emotions, relationships, and their sense of self-worth. What if we told you that the way they show love, handle stress, or even deal with rejection is far more intricate than simply being the confident, outgoing personality we all know? The truth about Leos is filled with twists and turns that many overlook, and understanding these layers could transform the way you see them, not just as a zodiac sign, but as the dynamic individuals they truly are. Ready to dive deeper? Let's explore the untold truths about the Leo zodiac sign personality. Leos are natural-born leaders, confident and unyielding in their pursuits. They're not the type to stand back and wait for things to come to them. When a Leo sets their sights on something, the whole universe seems to align with them. And it's not just a matter of luck. Leos don't believe in settling for mediocrity. They know their worth, and they aren't afraid to chase after what they deserve, even when others may doubt them. The stars, as it seems, are always in their favor when they move forward with that fierce determination that is as innate to them as the sun in the sky. But it's more than just ambition. Leos possess a strength of character that compels them to refuse any form of limitation. They're not interested in a backup plan. They believe in the power of persistence. You'll rarely see a Leo ask for second best, or even consider giving up on something they want. When they enter a room, their presence can be felt. It's as though they radiate energy. This drive, this refusal to compromise, doesn't only come from within but also from a deep understanding of their place in the world. Their connection to the cosmos, the planets, and everything that influences their path encourages them to reach for the highest peak. For a Leo, it's not about avoiding failure. It's about knowing that their journey is a path to greatness. They move with an unshakable sense of purpose. The sun, their ruling celestial body, only adds to their sense of invincibility. It's like the planets align, supporting their every move. They can be stubborn, sure, but it's this very stubbornness that drives them to push boundaries and break barriers, even when the world seems to throw challenges their way. Their strength isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional too. Leos are mentally tough, able to overcome adversity because they believe in themselves with an almost unshakable faith. This belief isn't just a fleeting feeling, it's ingrained in the very fabric of who they are. And as they pursue their goals, they do so with a sense of purpose that transcends material rewards. It's about the pride that comes from knowing they gave it their all and nothing less. Are you seeing this yet? The way Leos embodies strength, resilience, and a refusal to settle is precisely the reason why they can outshine others. But as we dive deeper into this fascinating zodiac sign, you'll realize there's much more beneath the surface. How they handle the bumps in the road, for instance, is something that will surprise you. Leos are not the type to beat around the bush. When they have something to say, they say it loudly and clearly. Their communication style is direct, no nonsense, and they expect the same in return. It's one of their standout traits. They believe that life is much simpler when you don't have to second-guess intentions or muddle through mixed signals. For them, clarity is everything. A Leo will always tell you exactly what they want, what they think, and what they expect. If you're looking for honesty and transparency, a Leo is your go-to source. This preference for directness isn't just limited to communication. In their lives, they seek clear-cut options, no room for ambiguity. They don't waste time juggling possibilities or considering what's. For a Leo, it's all about decisiveness. They thrive when they know exactly what they're working toward. If there's a challenge, they dive into it headfirst, confident that they can navigate it with their strong will and straightforward approach. When you put a Leo in a situation, you can count on them to make decisions fast and stick to them. A good example of this is how Leos approach their careers or relationships. They don't believe in what-if scenarios, which can lead them to make bold decisions. In relationships, for instance, a Leo won't linger around in uncertainty. they care about someone, they'll make it crystal clear. No confusing signals, no mixed emotions. If a Leo has doubts about a person or a situation, they won't hesitate to move on, trusting their gut and cutting out anything that doesn't align with their goals. Leos don't see the point of having a plan B. They're all about commitment to plan A. For them, backup plans are for people who aren't fully invested in the present moment. It's all about dedicating yourself fully to the first plan, giving it your best shot. Even when things get tough, they believe in their ability to turn things around. It's not that Leos are reckless, they just have a profound faith in their ability to make things work no matter what. The stars may shift, but they trust their strength to face any obstacles. This no-nonsense approach to life often leaves a lasting impression. People are drawn to their clarity and certainty. A Leo's presence often brings a sense of calm, because they always know where they stand and where they're going. It's the kind of confidence that leaves others inspired to follow suit. But we all know that even the strongest personalities have their limits. So, what happens when a Leo faces the unexpected? That's where things start to get interesting. Let's explore how they handle challenges when their clear-cut world is shaken. Leos are all about admiration. They thrive on recognition and they're not shy about it. It's not that they need constant praise, but a well-timed compliment or recognition of their efforts makes their heart soar. They love to know that others see the hard work they put into things. It's like a confirmation of their value, and when you acknowledge their achievements, it creates an unspoken bond. This is one of the things that makes them magnetic. They have this aura about them that commands attention, and when someone admires them, they glow even brighter. But here's the thing. Leos aren't selfish with their admiration. They understand the power of complimenting others. It's not about keeping the spotlight on themselves. A true Leo enjoys lifting others up, offering praise when it's deserved. They know that a sincere compliment can inspire people, just as much as it fuels their own fire. It's all about creating an environment where everyone shines. This generosity in compliments helps them build relationships with people who appreciate them not just for their achievements but for their genuine nature. For example, a Leo might see a colleague who is working hard and offer a compliment, not because they want something in return but because they recognize effort. It's this natural inclination to appreciate others that makes Leo a fantastic friend, partner, or leader. They are quick to highlight the strengths in others and make them feel seen. It's as though they understand that life is a mirror. When you give, it comes back to you tenfold. It's why people are drawn to them. Leos are charismatic because they not only receive compliments well but they dish them out generously too. However, while they enjoy admiration, Leos do not accept empty flattery. They can tell when someone is being insincere, and that's a surefire way to lose their trust. Leos have a keen sense of authenticity. They can distinguish between someone who genuinely appreciates them and someone who just wants to get on their good side. They value compliments that come from the heart because that's how they operate. Open, honest, and true to themselves. So if you want to win a Leo's affection, be sincere and straightforward. But as much as they appreciate admiration, don't be fooled into thinking that a Leo's confidence is just based on external validation. Beneath their love for praise is a deeply rooted self-belief. This is why they're so often the ones complimenting others, because they don't need constant external affirmation to feel good about themselves. They simply radiate confidence whether they're being admired or not. But don't worry, the best is yet to come. As we dive deeper into their emotional complexity, you'll see how they navigate their softer side. Leos have an innate appreciation for the finer things in life. They aren't content with the bare minimum. They crave luxury, quality, and the experiences that come with it. For them, it's not about being flashy or superficial. It's about enjoying the richness that life has to offer. This appreciation for beauty and opulence can be seen in their taste for fine art, high-end fashion, exquisite dining, and the kind of lifestyle that reflects their high standards. They understand that life is meant to be lived to the fullest, and they're willing to invest in experiences that bring them joy and elevate their existence. Their motivation to achieve great things isn't just for personal gain. It's also about standing out. Leos have a natural drive to be the best in what they do, and that often means going above and beyond to outshine others. They want to be seen as leaders, trailblazers, and trendsetters. Whether it's in their careers, their personal lives, or even in social settings, Leos aim to leave an impression. And why wouldn't they? Their confidence and ambition drive them to not just meet expectations but to exceed them. They're constantly striving for greatness, knowing that the spotlight belongs to those who dare to stand out. Take for example a Leo in the business world. When they launch a project, they don't settle for mediocrity. Every detail is considered, every aspect refined to perfection. They're driven by the desire to create something that not only serves a purpose but also sets a new standard in their field. This desire to outshine others can often lead them to take on leadership roles, as they feel most comfortable when they're leading the charge. Their high expectations for themselves often translate into high expectations for those around them, which can inspire others to push themselves harder too. However, the Leo's drive to outshine others isn't rooted in jealousy or competition for the sake of it. Instead, it's about fulfilling their own potential. They want to be the best because they believe they have the capacity to be exceptional. This isn't an arrogance, it's a belief in their own worth. They understand the value of excellence and strive to embody it in everything they do. For them, the pursuit of greatness is a lifelong journey, not just an endpoint to be reached. It's not just about material things. It's about creating a life that reflects their success, both internally and externally. Leos seek to surround themselves with beauty because it makes them feel more aligned with their higher purpose. This is where their connection with the celestial world can be seen. Leos feel the need to shine brightly, much like the sun, and bask in the beauty of their own creation. The luxury they seek is not only a reflection of their desires but a manifestation of their true self. Leos are known for their fiery nature, but when they're upset, you may notice a shift. Rather than engaging in an explosive confrontation, they often choose to withdraw. This silent treatment is their way of coping when their emotions run high. Leos, who are typically so expressive and direct, can surprise you with their ability to go quiet when hurt or angry. It's not that they don't care, quite the opposite. They are processing their feelings internally, needing time to cool off and regain their composure. They understand that once their anger has subsided, they can approach the situation with a clearer mind, without saying things they might regret. The reason for this withdrawal is deeply tied to Leo's pride. They don't want to say something in the heat of the moment that could potentially damage their relationships or tarnish their image. Instead of reacting impulsively, they choose to retreat, giving themselves the space to reflect and recalibrate. It's a way of protecting their own dignity, while also allowing time for the emotional intensity to pass. This can be a little confusing for those around them, as Leos are usually the ones who prefer direct communication. But when they feel that their ego has been bruised, silence becomes their shield. Let's take a scenario where a Leo feels betrayed or disrespected. Instead of confronting the situation right away, they may pull back, going quiet and removing themselves from the scene. They need to process their feelings without the pressure of having to explain themselves. It's not about avoiding the issue entirely. It's about creating a space for emotional healing before addressing it head-on. This pause allows them to regain their equilibrium, ensuring that when they do speak, their words come from a place of clarity and not anger. But here's the thing. When a Leo gives the silent treatment, it's not a passive-aggressive tactic. It's more of a self-preservation method. They want to avoid saying things that could potentially hurt someone they care about. They'd rather take time to cool off than lash out in a moment of heat. This is their way of showing self-restraint, something that not all signs can master. They're incredibly aware of the power of their words, and in these moments of emotional turmoil, they choose to protect their relationships by choosing silence over confrontation. However, if the silence lingers for too long, it can become problematic. Leos need to feel heard just like anyone else. While they might need time to reflect, there's a risk of them retreating too far, leaving others wondering if they'll ever come back to the conversation. The key to navigating a Leo's emotional withdrawal is giving them space, but also creating an environment where they feel comfortable expressing themselves when they're ready. It's a delicate balance between respecting their need for space and showing that you're there when they're ready to open up. Leos are some of the most romantic individuals in the zodiac, and when they commit to a relationship, they do so with their whole heart. They don't believe in half-hearted efforts, especially when it comes to showing affection. For a Leo, love is a grand, sweeping emotion that deserves to be expressed in equally grand ways. Whether it's through writing a heartfelt poem, organizing an elaborate surprise date, or showering their partner with thoughtful gifts, Leos love to express their feelings in ways that leave a lasting impression. Their gestures are never small. They want to show their love in a way that takes your breath away. One of the most notable traits of a Leo in love is their passion. They wear their heart on their sleeve, and they aren't afraid to go all out to show how much they care. Think of a Leo partner who might plan a surprise weekend getaway, complete with romantic dinners and heartfelt moments that are carefully thought out. They thrive on making their partner feel truly adored, and they want to be the one who sweeps their loved one off their feet. For them, romance isn't just about saying "I love you." It's about creating unforgettable experiences that make their partner feel like they are the most important person in the world. But here's the twist. Because Leos are so expressive in their affection, they expect the same energy in return. While they give with open hearts, they also want to feel valued and appreciated. It's not about expecting grand gestures back, but rather a recognition of their effort and love. For a Leo, a simple, sincere thank you can mean the world, but they truly thrive when their partner reciprocates their passion, even if it's in their own unique way. This mutual exchange of affection is what keeps a Leo feeling connected and loved. Leos are also deeply in tune with their partner's needs and desires. They take the time to truly understand what makes their loved one feel special and loved. A Leo will remember the little things, like your favorite flowers or that song you mentioned in passing, and use these details to create meaningful, personalized expressions of love. This deep level of attentiveness is one of the reasons why Leo relationships are so memorable. Leos invest their energy into ensuring that their partner feels valued, and they do so with such sincerity that their romantic gestures never feel forced or insincere. Of course, there's a downside to this intense romanticism. Because Leos pour so much of themselves into their relationships, they can become overly dependent on the affection they receive in return. They thrive on being admired and adored, and if they feel their efforts aren't being reciprocated, it can lead to feelings of insecurity. It's essential for their partner to reassure them and show appreciation, or else they might start to question their worth in the relationship. But when this dynamic is balanced, there's no more passionate, dedicated, and loyal partner than a Leo. Leos are the kings and queens of the zodiac, and they thrive on admiration and attention. For them, love is about being seen, adored, and celebrated. They want to feel like the center of their partner's world, and when they receive that validation, they shine even brighter. A Leo's self-esteem is deeply connected to the way they're treated by those closest to them, especially their romantic partners. They want to know that their efforts, their unique qualities, and their presence are being recognized and cherished. For a Leo, it's not about being the center of attention all the time, but rather knowing that when it matters, their partner is fully present and adoring them. A Leo craves compliments, praise, and affection, but more importantly, they want to feel that their partner truly appreciates who they are at their core. This desire for admiration is not rooted in vanity, but rather in their innate need for love and validation. When they feel seen and adored, they become more confident, loving, and generous in return. This need for admiration can sometimes be misunderstood. While Leos enjoy being admired, they aren't interested in shallow flattery or superficial attention. They crave genuine admiration that recognizes their heart, their creativity, and their strength. They want their partner to see them for who they truly are, and to express that admiration in meaningful ways. Whether it's through kind words, affectionate gestures, or simply taking the time to listen, Leos appreciate when their partner is emotionally engaged and appreciative of them as individuals. In relationships, Leos can sometimes become disappointed or insecure if they feel that their partner isn't giving them enough attention or recognition. When their need for admiration isn't met, they may become distant or even resentful, feeling unappreciated. This can lead to moments of emotional tension, as Leos can have a tendency to withdraw when they don't feel valued. It's important for their partner to reassure them, making sure that they never feel overlooked or unimportant. A little extra attention and love go a long way in making a Leo feel secure and cherished. But when a Leo feels truly admired and loved, there's no limit to the affection and devotion they will give in return. They're incredibly loyal and generous with their love, always willing to show their partner just how much they mean to them. Leos are not only passionate lovers, but they also make incredibly supportive and empowering partners. They want to build each other up, and when they feel appreciated, they become the best versions of themselves in the relationship. Leos may appear to have an unbreakable outer shell, a confident persona that commands respect and admiration, but beneath that strong exterior lies a soft, sensitive heart. It's easy to mistake their bold and outgoing nature for emotional invulnerability, but in truth, Leos feel deeply. They have a profound emotional capacity, one that can be easily hurt, even if they don't show it on the outside. When a Leo's feelings are wounded, they might retreat into themselves, silently processing their emotions while putting on a brave face for the world. One of the most paradoxical aspects of a Leo's emotional nature is their tendency to hide their vulnerability. They may not want others to see them cry or express their pain, as they fear it will diminish their strong and confident image. Leos are natural leaders and like to project strength, so showing any weakness can feel uncomfortable to them. Instead of confronting their emotions head-on, they may internalize their pain, suffering in silence. This can lead to a buildup of emotion that sometimes erupts unexpectedly, leaving them feeling drained and emotionally exhausted. But when a Leo does decide to open up about their feelings, it's a moment of deep trust. For someone to witness a Leo in a vulnerable state, it requires a level of emotional intimacy that few people ever get to experience. Leos don't open up to just anyone, and when they do, it's because they feel safe with their partner. They need to feel supported and understood, and only then will they let their guard down. In these moments, a Leo's sensitivity is not a weakness, but rather a testament to their capacity to love and care deeply. However, this emotional vulnerability can sometimes lead to a Leo feeling isolated. If their vulnerability isn't met with the care and compassion they expect, they may withdraw even further, fearing that their emotional needs won't be understood or appreciated. It's essential for their partner to recognize these moments of emotional retreat and offer reassurance. A Leo needs to feel that their emotions are valid and that they can lean on their partner without judgment or rejection. The key to connecting with a Leo on a deeper level is to show them that it's okay to be vulnerable. Encourage them to express their feelings not just when things are easy, but especially when they are struggling. Let them know that their emotions are safe with you and that it's not only okay to be soft and sensitive, but that it is actually what makes them so incredibly strong. Leos are at their best when they can balance their strength with their emotional depth, and that balance is found in relationships where they feel truly loved and understood. Leos are fiercely independent and pride themselves on their strength, often feeling the need to handle their problems on their own. They tend to keep their struggles private, not wanting to burden others with their emotional pain. Even though they may be going through something deeply challenging, Leos often prefer to keep it to themselves rather than seek support. This can be a result of their strong sense of self-reliance and their desire to maintain control over their lives and emotions. They believe that showing vulnerability or asking for help may make them appear weak, and this is something they strive to avoid. However, this tendency to keep their struggles hidden can sometimes lead to inner turmoil. Leos often feel as though they have to carry the weight of the world on their shoulders alone, even when the burden becomes too much to bear. While they are deeply capable of taking charge of their lives, they can also be overwhelmed by the emotional intensity of their own feelings. In these moments, they may retreat further into themselves, pushing people away while silently suffering. This isolation can create a sense of loneliness, even when surrounded by others. What many people don't realize about Leos is that despite their inclination to keep their problems to themselves, they are incredibly compassionate and attuned to the struggles of others. They have a deep understanding of pain and hardship because they've experienced it themselves. When a Leo sees someone else in need, they are often the first to offer help, advice, or support. However, when it comes to their own challenges, they hesitate to share, believing they must handle things on their own to avoid seeming weak or needy. In relationships, it's crucial for their partner to recognize the subtle signs that a Leo is struggling. They may not openly express their difficulties, but their behavior and energy may shift when they are feeling overwhelmed. A Leo's partner should offer a safe space for them to open up, without pushing too hard. It's important to be patient and allow them to share their feelings in their own time. Reassurance, understanding, and gentle encouragement can help a Leo feel more comfortable in revealing their emotional struggles. Ultimately, Leos are not as invincible as they may seem. Their strength lies not in their ability to hide their pain, but in their resilience to keep going even in the face of adversity. They are deeply emotional beings who need support, but it's up to their loved ones to provide that support in a way that honors their independence and allows them to feel safe in expressing their vulnerabilities. Now that you've uncovered the surprising truths about the Leo zodiac sign, it's time to reflect. How can understanding these hidden layers of a Leo's personality transform your relationships or even how you view yourself if you're a Leo? Leos may not always show their struggles, but they certainly make an impact on those around them with their unique blend of strength and sensitivity. Recognizing these complex layers not only deepens your understanding of them but also brings clarity to how you can support them in a way that resonates with their emotional depth. If you're a Leo, it's a powerful reminder to embrace both your fierce independence and your vulnerability. Remember, you don't have to hide your emotions to maintain your strength. In fact, acknowledging your sensitive side can lead to deeper connections and more fulfilling relationships. You're not just a natural leader. You're also someone with a big heart and a depth of feeling that's worth exploring. And if you know a Leo, don't underestimate the quiet power they possess. They may not always express their needs or struggles, but with a little understanding and patience, you can offer them the support they truly need, allowing them to open up and share their true selves with you. A Leo is more than just their confident exterior. They are a complex soul with a desire for affection and validation, often hidden beneath a layer of independence. So, whether you're a Leo seeking to understand yourself better or you're trying to improve your relationship with one, the key is in understanding the delicate balance they maintain between strength and sensitivity. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How has your perception of Leos changed after learning these secrets? Are you a Leo yourself, or do you have one in your life who you now see in a different light? If you enjoyed this insight and want to dive even deeper into the world of astrology, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way you won't miss out on more incredible astrology secrets that could transform the way you see yourself and others. Let's continue this journey together. There's so much more to explore.